Hello everyone. We are in the chapter 3-dimensional geometry, and from this chapter, in the previous class we have finished exercise 11.2. Now let us move on to the next topic from the chapter, and the topic is plane. So up to 11.2 we have done related to the straight line, and the next is plane. Now first let me define plane. A plane is a surface such that a line segment joining any 2 points on it lies wholly on it. So here we consider a plane, and in the plane if we consider any 2 points, let's say one point is here and another point is here, and if we connect the 2 points with a straight line, and that straight line also lies in the plane. And this is the example of another plane. Now let us define normal to the plane. A straight line which is perpendicular to every line lying on the plane is called normal to the plane. So in this plane, if we have to draw a normal, then we must draw a straight line which is perpendicular to the surface of the plane. So like for example, this is a normal to the plane, and for this plane, this is the normal. So at first we have defined plane, and then we have defined normal to the plane. Now before moving to exercise 11.3, let us know about the formula which is very helpful in solving the questions from this exercise. The first formula is to find the equation of the plane in normal form. So just like in straight line that we have already done, the equation of the plane we have to write in vector form as well as in Cartesian form. So here we consider 3-dimensional coordinate system, and then we consider a triangular plane. So this ABC represents the triangular plane, and we need to write the equation of this plane in vector form as well as in Cartesian form. So at first let us write the equation of this plane in vector form. Vector equation of the plane in normal form is given by r vector dot n unit vector equals to d, and d is the perpendicular distance of the plane from the origin. So from this origin, it is the perpendicular distance on the plane, and n is the unit vector normal to the plane. Now secondly, let us write the Cartesian equation of the plane in normal form, and it is given by Lx plus My plus Nz equals to d. So here L, M and N, they are the direction cosines of the plane. So it is same as that of the straight line. And XYZ is any point on the plane. And if the normal vector is given, then we can find this unit vector by the formula unit vector n equals to normal vector n divided by the magnitude of the normal vector. So these formula are very useful. Now the second formula is to find the equation of the plane passing through a given point x1, y1, z1 and normal to the given vector n. So if a point is given and a normal vector n is given, then how can we write the equation of the plane in vector form as well as in Cartesian form? So first let us write the equation of the plane in the vector form, and it is given by r vector minus a vector dot n vector equals to 0. So where a vector is x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and here x1, y1, z1 are the coordinates of the point which is given, and n vector is the normal vector which is given, n vector equals to ai plus bj plus ck. Now let us write the equation of the plane in Cartesian form, and it is given by a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 equals to 0. And in this case, x1, y1, z1 are the coordinates of the point which is given, and a, b, c are the direction ratio of the normal. So we need to extract this information, and then we simplify this equation to get the Cartesian equation of the plane. Now the third formula is to find the equation of the plane passing through the three given non-collinear points. So in this case, the 3 points should not be collinear, because if they are collinear, they lie on the same straight line and we will not get the plane, we will get the straight line. And if they are not collinear, then we will get the plane. And we need to find the equation of the plane which is passing through the three given points. And the three given points here are represented by A, x1, y1, z1, B, x2, y2, z2, and C, x3, y3, z3. Then in this case, the vector equation of the plane will be given by r vector minus a vector dot within bracket b vector minus a vector and its cross product with c vector minus a vector equals to 0, where a vector equals to x1i plus y1j plus z1k, where x1, y1, z1 are the coordinates of the first point, and similarly b equals to x2i plus y2j plus z2k, x2, y2, z2 are the coordinates of the second point b, and similarly c vector equals to x3i plus y3j plus z3k, and here x3, y3 and z3 are the coordinates of the third point. Now let us write the formula to find the equation of the plane in Cartesian form. And the formula is within determinant in the first row x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. In the second row x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. In the third row x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 equals to 0. So we need to solve after putting the value for x1, y1 and z1, x2, y2 and z2, x3, y3 and z3 here, and then we need to solve this determinant in order to get the equation of the plane in the Cartesian form. And here there is one thing to be remembered. If the determinant is 0, then the 3 points are collinear and infinite number of planes passes through the 3 given points. So if we get the determinant 0, then the 3 points are collinear. So I have told you earlier that if the 3 points are collinear, then we will not get the equation of the plane. To get the equation of the plane, the 3 points must be non-collinear. And this formula you can use to prove that the 3 points are collinear. Now let me solve question number 1 from exercise 11.3. And the question is, in each of the following cases, determine the direction cosines of the normal to the plane and the distance from the origin. And here I have taken the fourth question of question number 1. The equation of the plane given is in the Cartesian form, 5y plus 8 equals to 0. So this given equation of the plane is not in the standard form, which is ax plus by plus cz equals to d. So first we need to shift this 8 to the right hand side and it will be minus 8, and then we need to multiply both sides by minus sign. So it will be minus 5y equals to 8, and then we write this equation in this form. And there is no x component and z component, so we write 0 into x minus 5 into y plus 0 into z equals to 8. Now here the coefficient of x is 0, so it is a value, and ABC are the direction ratios of the normal to the plane. A is 0, B is minus 5 and C is 0. So that we can write the direction ratio of the normal to the plane are 0, minus 5 and 0. And using the relation between the direction ratio and direction cosine, L equals to A by under root A square plus B square plus C square. The value of ABC are 0, minus 5 and 0. So after putting the value of ABC, we get 0. So the first direction cosine is 0. Now similarly, we find the second direction cosine given by m equals to b by under root a square plus b square plus c square. And after replacing the value of a, b, c and after simplification we get minus 1. And similarly, we find the third direction cosine n equals to c by under root a square plus b square plus c square. And after putting the value of a, b, c and after simplification we get 0. So we have got the direction cosines of the plane L equals to 0, m equals to minus 1 and n equals to 0. And the last thing that we have to find is the distance between the origin and the plane. The formula to find the distance of the plane from the origin is d divided by under root a square plus b square plus c square. The value of d is 8 and a value we have 0, b is minus 5 and c is 0. So putting the value of d, a, b and c and after simplification we get 8 by 5 units. So this is the distance of the plane from the origin. So in this way we find the direction cosines and the distance of the plane from the origin. Now let me solve question number 3 and the question is find the Cartesian equation of the following planes. So in question number 3 the equation of the plane is given in vector form. So we need to convert it into Cartesian form. So how we can do that is we write the expression for r and then we take the dot product with the terms within the bracket. So let us consider any arbitrary point P having coordinates x, y, z on the plane and the position vector r is given by r vector equals to xi plus yj plus zk. Now, substituting the value of r in the above vector equation of the plane, then we get xi plus yj plus zk, which is the expression for r, and the rest is same from the vector equation. Now here we take the dot product. So s minus 2t into x plus 3 minus t into y plus 2s plus t into z equals to 15. So this is the required equation of the plane in Cartesian form. Now let me solve question number 4. And the question is in the following cases, find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin. And in question number 4, the Cartesian form of the equation of the plane is given. So the first thing that we have to do here is we have to rewrite this equation of the plane in the standard form. That is ax plus by plus cz equals to d. Here we need to shift minus 6 to the right hand side and there is no x component. After rearranging the equation of the plane in standard form, we get 0 into x plus 3y plus 4z equals to 6. So this is our equation number 1. So in order to find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin, we require the direction cosines. But here 0, 3 and 4 are the direction ratio. So we need to convert the direction ratio to direction cosine. Now we find the square root of a square plus b square plus c square. A is 0, b is 3 and c is 4. So after replacing the value here and after simplification we get 5. Now we divide equation 1 throughout by 5. we get 0 by 5 into x plus 3 by 5 into y plus 4 by 5 into z equals to 6 by 5. Now these are the direction cosines. L is 0 by 5, M is 3 by 5, N is 4 by 5 and D is 6 by 5. And we write the formula to find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin, and is given by L into D, comma, M into D, comma, N into D, where L, M, N are the direction cosines and D is the 6 by 5 here. So after replacing the value of L and D, M and D, N and D, and after simplification, we get 0, 18 by 25, 24 by 25. So this is the answer for question number 4B. Now at last let me solve question number 6, and the question is, find the equation of the planes that passes through the 3 points, and the coordinates of the 3 point is given 2, 5, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3, 5 and 5, 3, minus 3. If the 3 points are given, then first thing that we have to do is we have to check whether the 3 points are collinear or not. So that is done by finding the determinants, and here in the first row we place the coordinates of the first point 2, 5, minus 3, and similarly the coordinates of the second point in the second row, coordinates of the third point in the third row, and we find the determinants, and it is not equals to 0. And we can find the equation of the plane passing through the 3 points. Now let us write the formula to find the equation of the plane, and it is given by x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 equals to 0. So we replace the value of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2 and x3, y3, z3. Now after simplification here we get, after simplification in the second and the third row we get x minus 2, y minus 5, z plus 3. In the second row minus 4, minus 8, 8. Third row 3, minus 2, 0. Now we simplify further, and after simplification we get equation of the plane 16x plus 24y plus 32z equals to 56. But here we can see in all the terms there is a common factor 8. So we eliminate the common factor, and after eliminating the common factor we get equation of the plane as 2x plus 3y plus 4z equals to 7. So in this way we find the equation of the plane in Cartesian form if the 3 non-collinear points are given.